Personal alchemy uses the 12 houses in astrology as a framework for authoring a new destiny, of designing our life, fleshing out the details. The IC and the MC axis refer to the 4th house, and the MC is the 10th house, the very top of the natal chart. So if you know your natal chart, it's that circle that an astrologer calculates to the exact time and location of your birth. And the very top of the chart, the highest point, is called the midhaven. This is one of the most important points in the chart, alongside the 1st house and the descendant, the 7th house. So the ascendant, descendant, the MC, and the IC. These are the 4 cardinal points in the natal chart. Now, if you think of the axis of the MC and the IC as a tree, you really start to appreciate what we are talking about. The IC is your roots, your family tradition, your ancestral line, if you want to go back that far even. And the MC at the very top is the very top of the tree. It's your yield, it's your harvest, it's your public persona, your public life. So the IC, your roots, and the MC is the top of the tree. The journey begins in the 1st house and ends in the 12th house. When I say ends, that particular cycle of soul incarnation ends. It doesn't mean life ends. It means that this particular cycle of incarnation ends and a new one begins again with the 1st house. And to give you a clearer idea of what we're referring to, think of the 1st house as the seed of your being. The 2nd house is the soil. It should be rich and potent. The 3rd house is your gardener, that which connects the seed to the soil. The 4th house is the shoot. The 5th house continues this 12-house journey. The 4th house and the MC are really important when we're trying to determine why we are here and what we are doing. The MC is your yield, it's your harvest, it's your professional life, that which you came here in order to contribute, to share. Now, the sign in the IC, the 4th house, and the sign at the MC, the top of the chart, are important because they describe the qualities that are associated with that particular sign. Another important thing to look at when you're studying your IC and your MC is the aspects. These are the relational geometric patterns that the planets make with each other at the time of your birth. So we're not just concerned with the sign that is on the MC or the IC. We're also interested in the planet, or more than one, that are presenting there. We're also interested in the aspects. Think of the North Node as your highway, your destination, the direction that you are traveling in. The South Node is where you have come from. The MC is your yield. If it's a tree, as we've described it, think of it as you're an orange tree or a mandarin, and you're here to share mandarins with the world in the 11th house, the community. If you are a pineapple, you're here to share pineapples. The MC, the 10th house, is the top of the mountain that you climb. It's also the vision that you glimpse of what is possible. And then you come down the mountain into the 11th house and you integrate or share that vision with the world. So the MC is your yield. It's what you do, your purpose, to use that language. I don't use the house systems in a traditional way. I use them as 12 distinct life departments. There are 12 facets of human experience: myself, my money, my security, my neighborhood, my mind, my family, my creativity, my health, and my relationships, my partner, marriage, my transformation, my philosophy, my professional life, 10th house, my vision, 11th house, and 12th house finally is spiritual ascension or spiritual realization. I often say there are 2 death houses, the 8th and the 12th. The 8th is the death of the ego, or the transformation of the ego into a soul in service. And the 12th is the dissolution of the soul into the oceanic reality. So 12, because there are 12 life departments, and the houses also represent ideas of progress and movement. The circle itself in the natal chart is space, and the divisions give us time and the idea of progress and movement and change. I use it as a life coaching framework, and this is in keeping with Personal Alchemy, the program, and the community. I join the most ancient system of astrology with the most modern solution-focused life coaching to create this really incredible intuitive framework. The MC is the summit. It's the top of the mountain that you climb. It's the most visible thing about you, but visible in terms of produce, in terms of harvest. This is why I love the idea of a tree, because the fourth house in the IC, its roots, so you get a sense of deep roots traced back to our ancestral line. It's the most private, hidden part of the natal chart and our human experience. It's our family tradition. And that's why we think of the fifth house as individuation, to use that term coined by Carl Jung. The fifth house is where we begin to distinguish ourselves from our family tradition. This is where we begin to experience ourselves in our own right. So if the fourth house is the roots, the deeper the roots are, the stronger the tree axis is. But we're building on our roots towards the MC, towards the top of the tree. And so it's not just our yield, it's not just our harvest. Indeed, it's the harvest of our ancestral line. For example, I've got Pisces at the top of the chart, the MC. So my yield is Piscean. My roots is Virgo. It dates back all the way to, in terms of my family tradition, Turkey, Syria. They were the aristocrats in Turkey, the decision makers before they fell from power. And then on my father's side, Mu'allas, the elevated ones. It's an Arabic word. And they are from the Syrian part. Before also they fell from grace and they escaped to Lebanon. So my own roots carry all this memory, not only of the elevated roles that these people played, but also their fall from grace. That pride is ancient, and that want to share and to teach is part of my family tradition. It's my roots. So you get to understand yourself that way. And with Pisces at the top of the chart, it's more of a creative, spiritual orientation. And that's the fruit that my roots is activating. So you could study your chart this way. Think of it as the root of your lineage. The IC, if you're serious about this, requires you to make a study of your family line, your family tree. Most people, let's face it, live lives of chance, hoping for the best, hoping to meet the right person, hoping for a promotion, living on hope, praying, waiting to be noticed by the external world.